Wait before you judge her, because by the end of this story, you might realize the person who broke my heart wasn't the one I was dating, it was the one I called my sister. And the truth about why she stayed silent is something I never saw coming. I used to believe betrayal comes from enemies, not from the people who hold your secrets, wipe your tears, and swear they'd protect you like family. If you've ever trusted someone with your whole heart, stay with me, because what my best friend did changed the way I see love, friendship, and loyalty forever. I met Aisha in college, the kind of friendship people write about in captions, late night calls, shared clothes, shared dreams, shared pain. When my father got sick, she was the one sleeping on the hospital bench beside me. When her engagement broke, I skipped my exams to sit with her while she cried. We weren't just friends, we were proof that soulmates don't have to be romantic. At least, that's what I thought. Then there was Samir, calm voice, respectful smile, the kind of man who made my mother say, "Beta, he's a good one." He brought flowers for no reason, remembered small things, prayed with my family during Ramadan. I felt safe. For the first time, I imagined a future that didn't scare me. Aisha liked him too. "He's perfect for you," she'd say, but sometimes her smile didn't reach her eyes. I thought I was imagining it. The first crack appeared in small ways. Samir started canceling plans. "Work pressure," he'd say. His phone flipped face down. Late replies. But every time doubt crept in, Aisha would brush it away. "You overthink too much," she'd laugh. "Good men exist. Stop looking for problems." I trusted her more than my own instincts. If she said everything was fine, it had to be. One evening, I went to surprise Samir at the cafe he said he was working late at. He wasn't there. My chest tightened, but before panic grew, my phone buzzed, Aisha calling. "Where are you?" she asked too quickly. I told her. There was silence, then, "Come home. I'll explain something." Her voice trembled, and suddenly the air felt heavy. At her apartment, she wouldn't look at me. Her hands shook as she handed me her phone. On the screen was a photo sent in a girls' group chat, Samir, laughing at a restaurant, sitting very close to another woman. Her hand on his arm. Date night energy. My ears rang. "This is fake," I whispered. Aisha started crying before I did. "I've known for 2 months," she said, and the world stopped. 2 months. 60 days of me planning a future while she carried this truth like a stone in her chest. I felt the betrayal twice, from him, and from her silence. "Why?" My voice broke in a way I didn't recognize. "You watched me love him. You heard me talk about wedding dresses. Why didn't you tell me?" She collapsed onto the floor, sobbing. "Because I was scared of losing you. I thought if I said something, you'd think I was jealous. And Samir asked me not to. He said you were already stressed about your dad, that the truth would break you." Every word felt like another cut. She chose comfort over honesty. Peace over truth. Him over me. That night I confronted Samir. He didn't even deny it. "It just happened," he said, as if hearts breaking were accidents like spilled tea. I walked away before he could finish, but the real storm was inside me. Losing him hurt, but losing my trust in Aisha felt like losing home. Days turned into weeks of silence between us. I replayed every memory, wondering which smiles were real. But pain has a strange way of clearing fog. I realized something. Her silence wasn't loyalty, it was fear. And fear destroys relationships just as surely as lies. One afternoon, she came to my house with red eyes and no makeup, the way she looked. When life had truly knocked her down. "I don't deserve forgiveness," she said. "But I need you to know I hated myself every day. I thought protecting you from pain was kindness. I didn't understand that truth, even painful truth, is the real protection." I saw the guilt eating her alive. And I understood something too. We're all human, and humans fail in the moments that matter most. Forgiveness didn't come instantly, but healing started with honesty. We talked for hours, raw and broken, rebuilding brick by brick. I didn't take Samir back. Losing him made space for something greater, self-respect. And losing blind trust taught me to listen to my own intuition. Aisha and I are still friends, but different now. Stronger, because nothing is hidden. She learned that silence can be betrayal. I learned my worth doesn't shrink when someone else chooses wrong. So if you ever sense something is off, don't ignore that voice inside you. And if you hold a painful truth about someone you love, tell it with kindness, because temporary hurt is better than lifelong deception. Sometimes the people who hurt us aren't evil, they're just afraid. But growth begins the moment fear stops deciding for us.